Hello, my beautiful besties. Happy Friday, my loves. It is Friday. Woo, woo. I hope you guys are going to have an amazing weekend. I know I'm going to have a pretty good weekend, guys, and we'll talk about that later. But it's exciting. Today is one of my favorite days of the month. We get to open our Sam's Bead Box. Spoiler, Ancient Egypt. Now, I know, guys, there's a lot of unboxings out there, and I do apologize for mine being a little bit later today. But I was busy today catching up with friends and shopping and grabbing my bundle from the other company. Shh. And then I will also be busy shopping for my Sam's Bead Box extras because they are on sale now, friends. They are on sale. Yeah, and so I just thought that had just a little relaxing bit of day. But now we're back to business, friends. And how I know we're back to business is because we have a card to pick. So I know we are back to business. Okay, my lovers. That was weird. My loves. It's Friday, my friends. Can you tell? She is goofy today. And that is okay, my friends. That is okay. So our card today is, I will let no one walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Oh my goodness, my friends. I probably needed to see this card several moons ago, but it is here for me today, for us. So that's good. I'm going to put this one over on my desk as well, because this is a reminder that I need to remind myself of daily. Okay, friends. So enough shenanigans. Let's get into this. So now, full disclosure, I have seen an unboxing. My beautiful friend Chrissy had an unboxing on her channel. And guys, she did an amazing job. So amazing. Between her unboxing and between the actual beads in this box, I had like so much inspiration. And so I know I'm just going to love this box. And also, guys, how I knew I was going to love this box even before I got this box, because Danielle, just making sure there's no codes on here, because Danielle had messaged me, because she gets her box a little bit earlier than I do, and she had messaged me, oh my gosh, did you see Sam's box yet? And I hadn't got my box yet, so I already knew, because she messaged me like, oh, girl, did you see that box? And I hadn't seen it yet, but I knew it was going to be amazing because of that. So let's get into it, friends. So this is August 2025, Ancient Egypt. Oh my goodness. Millennia have passed since the reign of the pharaohs, yet ancient Egypt remains a source of fascination today. From the towering pyramids of Giza, or is it Giza? I'm sorry, guys, I'm not a world traveler. To the richly decorated tombs of the Valley of the Kings. Sorry, guys. I got a little bit verklempt with that. I was like, ooh, kings and valleys. We're going to have a great time. The artistic achievements of this civilization still inspire awe. The ancient Egyptians held gemstones in high regard, cherishing turquoise as a stone of divine protection, carnelian for vitality and courage, and lapis for wisdom. Guys, that is a trifecta of gemstones like no other. All by themselves are amazing, but together, are you kidding me? These gems were inlaid into jewelry and placed within tombs crafted to not only be beautiful, but also connect with the wearer to the divine. For this month's box, we drew inspiration from the elegance of ancient Egypt, curating a palette filled with rich colors and symbolism. Graduated magnesite rounds, accented with carnelian spacers, echo the balance and geometry often found in Egyptian jewelry. Check glass scarabs, carved tablets, and lotus bell flowers offer ancient imagery, while gold associated with Ra, the sun god of gods, and sapphire blue fire polished strands reflect the opulence of Egyptian ornamentation. Whether you create a protective amulet, oh, that's an idea, or a bold statement piece, we hope this box connects you to the awe and beauty of ancient Egypt. So guys, there's all of our information. So like I said, our Bead Box post, oh, look at that. The reveal day was August 13th. I wish I would have read that. I would have had this out a couple days sooner. Anywho's, Bead Box, all that, post to the app. Official unboxing is the 15th, which I think, is that today? Is today the 15th, friends? I have no idea what day it is. I know it's Friday. Bead Box celebration, August 19th. So guys, and here's your, of course, all your information. Take a screenshot, put it in your calendar, and let's do that. Okay, friends, and then on the back, of course, is our item list with a retail value of $93. I'm pretty sure this box costs $49.99. So it's a great value. I do like to call this a little bit more of an upscale box because we do get some nicer gemstones, nicer cuts, nicer quality, nicer clarity. Plus, we also get a ton of check glass and specialty check glass. So this is a little bit more of a premium box, guys, but it's such a value, I'm telling you. All right, so let's take it out. And I just love Sam and his team. They're so much fun. Guys, even if you're not going to shop, I strongly urge you, because I don't always shop, guys. I don't always have money to shop, but I still go over to the live sales because it's so much fun. Sam and Shira and Jesse and Rachel, they're just all so amazing, and it's entertaining and it's educational at the same time because you learn, like I learned so much from them. Friends, just let's take a moment. Oh my God. This is so good. And of course we got our candies, which thank you, Sam. I actually packed the candies from last month's box into one of Wayne's lunches. And he really enjoyed it, so he wanted me to let you know. So here's our list, and we will go through that. We're gonna do a dumperoo real quick. Let's get our palette out because we don't just want to lay the beads on the desk. That's pure savagery. So let's do a dumper-do. Oh my goodness. And guys, I will refrain from our collisms today of turquoise and carnelian, and we will pronounce them their official government names today. Just for today, friends. I might get goofy again in the future, but today we're going to keep it for serious. All right, so for serious as call can get anyway. So here we have our bagged items, and I am going to zhush them to the side over here because we don't need them right. Oh my gosh, look at that. You guys. I saw some sneak peeks. I think, was it Danielle that made something with that? And she sent me a picture. I don't even remember now. I was so excited about it. But it's gorgeous, guys. There are some gorgeous designs coming your way with that component. I synced them. All right, guys, this box is a packed full of strands. Look at all the strands here. So I am going to put these strands to the side, and then when I call them out on the list, we'll pull them. So let me just organize real quick. So you guys have any plans for the weekend? Oh, y'all, I got plans for Saturday. So I took I requested with the boss, I requested a day off. So I will not be on Seed Bead Saturday tomorrow because I'm going to go up into town, which is what I like to call going up the mountains, going into Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and all those areas up in Sevierville. I like to call that going into town. So the husband and I are going to go into town tomorrow. We're going to go up the mountains. I don't know if we're going to go up the mountains, but we're going to go into Pigeon Forge and hit the big flea market there because I need to get some gifts because I'm traveling soon, friends, and you don't travel without gifts. That's just rude. And then we're going to go into Gatlinburg, and y'all know that's like my favorite place in the world. And of course, since we're going to be in Pigeon Forge, y'all know I got to get my beaver nuggets, right? My Bucky balls. I'm going to get those too at Bucky's. All right, enough about me. Let's get into this. You are here for the beads, my friends, right? I like to pretend it's me, but I'm sure it's just the beads. Okay, so first we're going to go through our strands, and we have a magnesite, smooth round, graduated with carnelian spacer, and that is this guy. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Look at that. Now, guys, I have my little bit of the less bright filming on today, so the beads should be a little bit more clear. Maybe not quite as bright, but that's okay because this color, I'm sure you can see the brightness of this color. And then we have these graduated. So we've got, let's see, graduated. So I'm going to assume that these are 10s, 8s, 6s, and 4s. That's what they look like to me. So we get several different sizes here. From your 10s to your 4s. Love that color. Where is my dish? Oh, guys, I forgot to... I wanted to give us a cheer for Sam's Bead Box, and I forgot. So, guys, how do we feel about Sam's Bead Box? I thought you would say that. I kind of figured you would say that. I had an idea. So there we go. And that's just a beautiful turquoise color. And it does have some slate veining. And some little bit of oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Veining and stuff, but mostly it's just a beautiful, beautiful smooth round bead. Love, love, love. Just these colors are just absolutely amazing. So we're gonna make a roundabout palette here. Palette potato. Okay, so next we're gonna look at heated. Oh, it did say 4 to 10 millimeters, guys. I just read the first line. Heated and dyed, and it's a 4 to 10.5 millimeter, 13-inch strand, 57 pieces. So yeah, so that was good. All right, so next we're gonna have some carnelian heated and Russian Amazonite chips. You get, these are 6 to 10 millimeters, guys. We get a 14.5-inch strand. And I don't know about you all, but this is just perfect, absolutely, positively the way it is, just absolutely perfect. I have a feeling, my friends, that I'm just going to string this up as is. I might add, bless you, I might add some little interest in between each color, like maybe some little spacers in between, but Kyle has a feeling that this is, how you see this is how it's going to be, because that is too beautiful. Those colors are, oh, I didn't put it in a dish. Oh my gosh, I hope nobody... Nobody, there we go. There's in the dish. I was gonna say, I hope nobody from Sam's is watching because I forgot the dish. Just gorgeous. Look at those colors together. I'm a huge fan of blues and oranges together. I think it's just a magical combination. Look at that. I need to get a palette that doesn't have things there. Okay, stunning. All right, so next we're gonna look at some, ooh, cats. You had me at hello. Cat, check glass cat amber. Amber gold 11.5 by 17.5 4-piece strand. These are so pretty. They're little ginger babies, and you guys know, oh, hold on. You guys know I love my ginger babies. I have 2 gingers. I have a fully gingered cat. He's just completely orange. And then I have one that is a creamsicle, so he's orange and white. These are gorgeous. Love these so much. I love that we have cats because cats are in, you know, Egyptian lore. I mean, cats ran the show back then, friends. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Cats were in charge. All right, next we're going to have check glass, fire polished barrel, gold line, clear crystal. We get a 10-piece strand. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at those. With that gold line, they're like little glittery, just gorgeous little orbs. They are amazing. I'm a big fan of just clear faceted glass. I really am. I think clear faceted glass or clear faceted quartz, you know, I just think it's so pretty. And then when you put this gold lining in there, it just adds, like Sam said, it just adds a bit of opulence, right? That is an opulent bead. Holy smokes, that's gorgeous. I'm going to put her right in front of me so I can keep looking. All right, next we're going to have some check glass teardrop rustic gold, 6.5 millimeter by 10 millimeter, 20-piece strand. These are really pretty. I love these little drops. Look how they have like this kind of Picasso. Did it say Picasso? It probably said rustic gold, but it does look like it has like this kind of age to it that, and it's not age, it's just the way this wash is, but it adds like a stone-like texture, and it also adds a little bit of age, right? Because it kind of looks like a ancient, like Aztec gold. That is gorgeous, and it looks so. Look with the drops. Look with the drops, and I do appreciate that. I mean, look with the barrels. I do appreciate that they're drops and not brios. So I'm sure we do have brios coming up, which is fine, guys, because I have gotten more comfortable with the brios, so I'm okay with them. All right, next we have check glass twist diamonds, rustic gold, 13 by 22. Let me get 2 pieces. Those are beautiful, and they match this perfectly. So guys, when I tell you like Sam does custom check, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about beads that match perfectly with each other, that can go into a piece with each other and just be super complementary. And I'm seeing something here with all this stuff. Now I know it's kind of a little bit one tone, so we would probably sprinkle some blue. There's some darker blues coming in too, but I definitely see something here. My brain is like, yes, Carl, this is what you need to do. I don't know if we're going to do it today, but we're let me pull that up so you can see it. Okay, Is this all the way out? Are you guys all the way out? Yeah. Okay. I guess I lifted. I put you down a little too. There we go. Okay. Just want to make sure everybody is in the picture, friends. All right, because we don't want nobody to feel left out. It's a horrible feeling. I can tell you from experience. It's horrible. Next, we're gonna have a check glass. Where was I? Fire polished round ancient Egypt mix, 4mm. And you get a 45 piece strand. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at these and these are basically our colors minus the orange of our box. So we have our golds, we have our dark blues. Look how pretty those are. And then we have our more opaque turquoises. If you look into these dark blues, they have such a cool effect because they're kind of like mostly blue, but they have little shots of clear in them, and I don't know if that was intentional, but I love how that looks. That's so pretty. Love that strand. Oh, it goes really good. Maybe that's our complementing colors for this. I don't know, but I'm loving it. All right, loves. Next we have a lapis rectangle tube and carnelian. I'm not gonna, I will say some of the sizes, but I'm not good with numbers today, friends. The numbers are all looking jumbled to me, and I keep tripping over them, so I do apologize. Where were we? Lapis rectangle tubes and carnelian faceted cubes, and you get these both on one strand. And I love this strand. Look at that lapis. That lapis is beautiful and blue, and it does have some pyrite inclusions. You guys, I'm huge on the pyrite inclusions in lapis. The more pyrite, the better for me. And let's look at these super faceted little cubes. Oh, they're so pretty. This color is so good. I love these. These are amazing. We'll put these up here. Oh, they want to curl a little bit, and that's okay. Next, we're going to look at what does this say? Carnelian and lapis Hishi heated and dyed 8-inch strand. Oh yes. So when I was watching Chrissy's unboxing and she brought these out, I about lost my heart. These are amazing. Look at them. First of all, I love a good Hishi, and these are a nice thick Hishi, and that color is fantastic. Yeah, so I'm just, man, love these together. These are definitely going to go together. Absolutely. Next we're going to look at check glass fire polished beryl sapphires, 4x6, 25 piece strand. And these are just, is this what, no, wait, hold on. That's wrong. That's the melons call. That's the melons. Okay. Let's look at these. Gorgeous. Let's look at this color. Bam! There it is, friends. Look at that color. Look at that blue sapphire-y color. Nice. Super faceted. Just a beautiful little accent bead that will look beautiful, of course, there. It will look beautiful here. It might look beautiful there. But definitely, oh my gosh, gorgeous. Okay, we have 2 more strands. We're going to look at a check glass bellflower. Look at those little babies. Blue silk gold, and this is a 20 piece strand, and they're just little babies, little bellflower babies. But again, we have that beautiful sapphire, and look at that gold wash in there. It has so much detail for such a small little bead, right? There's all those detailing lines in there. So pretty and dainty. And then that's the front. It's just a little flower. Love those. Guys, we just played with bellflowers the other day. Remember I said we all have bellflowers. And if you didn't and you have this box, you now have bellflowers in your stash, my friends. Happy day. Happy day. All right, next we have a check glass melon drop blue silk gold, 8 piece strand. Lovely. I love nice melons, lady. I know. I can't resist myself. I can't resist it. But I love melons. I love melon drops. I love melon rounds. I love all the melons. And that's probably more than you need to know about Call. She loves melons. I do, friends. I do. I'm not gonna say I don't. Okay. All right, friends. So that is our stranded selections, and I'm just beside myself. I just can't even. All right, let's look at our additional selections. And now I don't have to go down the list anymore because Sam does an amazing job of letting us know what is in everything. I'm going to move these over so I can stick some beads in between here so they don't roll off. Next, we're going to look at check glass fire polish faceted round carnelian mix 8 millimeters, 30 pieces. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. My hands are a little numb today. Look at those. Look at those. They are so juicy. And what I absolutely love is there is some tonage differences, right? There's differences in the tones of some of these are a little bit darker. Some look a little lighter. Maybe it's just me seeing what I want to see, but they actually look like carnelian. They look gemstone. Like, if I didn't know these were check glass and I just saw them real quick on a necklace or a bracelet or something, I would say that these are carnelian. They are so beautiful. So juicy in color. Like, don't eat the beads, guys. Don't lick them if you want. Make sure you wash them though afterwards, but don't eat them. That's what you don't want to do. Explain that one to the emergency room triage nurse. Well, the beads were looking tasty and I gave in to my basic urges. Don't do it. All right, bringing in more carnelian, and these I couldn't wait to see because I have such ideas with these pendants. We have some check glass flat brio in the carnelian color, 2 pieces, and then we have the brios in the 5-piece set. And these are so beautiful. So, oh gosh, and again, these look like stone almost. These are so pretty. I didn't bring any wire over, but if you can see, these are drilled through this way. And then these are also drilled at the top. Maybe I'll just grab a piece of wire real quick. I have it right here in my desk drawer, so I can show you guys how these are drilled. I just need one piece of wire. Thank you. So here is your little dude here, and this is your dude here. Right? And then we'll put on another dude just for funsies. So this is what they look like. And they are so pretty. Of course, you would want to put something in between there if you were going to put them together, which I do have an idea of putting them together with one of these. So my idea when I saw these being unboxed was to make 2 different necklaces using, since we have 2 of these pendants, and I don't necessarily want to make earrings. You certainly could. They're not very heavy. I think they would make gorgeous earrings. But I was kind of intrigued to do necklaces. Since we have the same pendant, I was kind of intrigued. Let's do 2 totally different necklaces so we can kind of see how, you know, how the same pendant can look so different in 2 different applications. That was my thought process. So we will probably be making 2 necklaces with those. Oh, here are our scarabs. I was waiting for our scarabs. We have our check glass scarabs and our jet black AB, and these are a 6-piece set. Guys, I don't know, have you ever seen the movie The Mummy? It is one of my favorite movies. I love all of the mummies, and I love Brendan Fraser. I'm a huge fan. But the scarabs and the mummies always kind of just, because I don't like creepy crawlies, like big creepy, crunchy creepy crawlies. But these are not to be about. These are so beautiful. So we have this this AB on the top, and it is on top of this black check glass. So that's the back of one side, and that's the front of one side. And you can use either side. You know, I think either way, I think these are really, really pretty. And they don't look like, they have little eyes and stuff. Like, it looks like a little beetle, but it could also be like a computer mouse or something. I don't know. It's not threatening at all, so I feel okay with them. So we'll just lay those in here. All right, next we're going to look at some check glass oval turquoise 12-piece set. Oh, these are so pretty. And these are a little bit more on the blue side, where these are a little bit tinged on the green, but I think they would look really pretty together, and they're so smooth. And just beautiful. Oh no, we have a 14-piece set. We have an 11-piece set now. But there's your drill hole, and it goes right through the long way, the length of that bead. Beautiful. I see it is right under my foot, so I will be able to collect that as soon as we're done. Okay, we got a couple more things to look at, friends. I'm saving these 2 for the end. Let's look at these. So we have here check glass Egyptian carved tablet. You get 2 pieces. You get a blue and an orange piece. These are so pretty too. These are very interesting. So that's the one side. So there's the orange and the blue. And that's what they look like on that side. And I think they're the same print on the other side. Oh, look. Look at this. So they have this print on one side. And then they have... Oh, no, it's the same. It just looked a little different on the one. Okay, Call. You're okay, Call. You're okay. But they're so pretty. And I really think I want to make some asymmetrical earrings with these. And I think we might use these today. Just to make... When I say asymmetrical, not necessarily... I should say... asymmetrical as far as one's going to have this color and one's going to have that color, but they might be the same length. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure what we're going to make. I might also make something with the cats. I don't know. There is so much inspiration here. All right. So this is our check glass square turquoise and champagne 6mm. You get 35 pieces. These are really pretty too. So you just have these little basic cubes, and these colors are gorgeous together. I might want to keep these together, or you can separate them or use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They're just going everywhere, friends, and that's okay. I love the champagne color. So there's your little drill hole. Just cute, cute little squares. Just cute little squares for when you need a square. I know some fell in it. It's okay. We're running out of room, guys. This is a big collection this month. All right, I do want to refer to our list for this because we have some Mayukis. That's what these are. So these are an 11-0 Mayuki round seed bead and metallic light bronze. You get a 5-gram tube. Guys, if you've been with me for any amount of time, you already know this is one of my favorite color seed beads, and I use this color often. And 11-0s as well. I use these in 11 and 8s, and I'm so tickled to get some replenishments because I've been going through it lately. I've been going through that color a lot. All right, guys, let's look at our metal collection, and it is absolutely stunning. So let's put it on the dish. It's dish-worthy, my friends. It's dish-worthy. Let me just... Oh, Jesus. Call is just dropping everything today. I don't know what is going on. All right, so I'm putting some on the front and some on the back so you can get a full taste of all of it. So here's our metal collection. And let's start with this big guy here. So this is our focal bar, and this is a curved collar. It's 12 by 68, and you get 1 piece, and it's huge. It's larger than charge, but it's not gaudy, right? It's not gaudy. It's just very simple. It has this beautiful like texture here. Almost kind of looks like rope. And then you have a whole ton, that's the back, of holes down here where you could hang dangles. You could do some brick stitch. Not that I know what that life is about. I'm learning, friends. I'm learning. But yeah, there's so many options. I would think this would be a little, well, if you have a big wrist like me, but I think this is really perfect for a necklace. And wait till you see what Danielle, and it's coming back to me now. It was Danielle. She sent me some sneak peeks. Wait till you guys see what Danielle did with this collection. I just can't. All right, so next let's look at these guys, and then we'll look at our links last. These are so pretty. So these are our chandelier components. These are a temple chandelier, 16 by 30. You get 2 pieces. Of course, these would be perfect for earrings. You could also, if you wanted to do some, well, I don't think that's a little too big for that teardrop. It would cover too much of that bead. If it was a little bit smaller, you could maybe do a little pendant jazz with it, but I think these are going to be great earrings. They could also be necklace connectors, right? You could, do a bunch of, it's hard. There's no room on my tray, friends. I'm just going to have to move the tray, maybe. Can you see this over here? With these holes, you could do as a necklace. So you could do a bunch of strands, like you could do a bunch of chain, maybe hang some of these drops. I'm giving myself ideas, friends. Because earring, like a lot, and it's okay to make earrings with these. These would make gorgeous earrings, but I'm really thinking of a necklace, a multi-strand necklace. We're necklacing this month, friends. We're necklacing. I don't know if you guys saw, but I unearthed a whole bag of wire, like big pieces of wire, like necklace size wire. We're going to be making lots of necklaces this month. Okay, and next we have it. I have a couple on the front and on the back, and I'll take 2 out for us. And there is one currently on the floor hanging out with this guy, and that's okay. We'll get him. Where are we putting these, Kyle? Where are we putting these? Okay, so let's look at these guys. And oh my gosh, we're just on the struggle bus. There is one upside down, and here is one on its front side. And these are links. Can you see that's a little bit raised? These are so stinking pretty. If I'm going to go over and shop these bead extras, and if these are available, I'm buying more for sure. These are a pyramid link, 6 by 19, 8 pieces. So you get 8 of these links. You could do so much with them. They can be parts of our necklaces, our bracelets. They could just be earring links, like whatever you want to do. Which is what I'm thinking, guys, because here's our collection. And I want to call out standouts, but I probably would call everything out because these are all, this whole thing, everything that is on this palette is standing out to me. Wow, what a beautiful collection. So I'm thinking, like I said earlier, I wanted to do some earrings with these. What if we did, no, I did that before. We did like the herringbone wrap. I just did that recently. I want to do something different. What could we put with these guys? We could just do, oh, guys. Oh, I got an idea. Okay. What if we take these, right, and we do a couple blue ones on this side, and we do a couple orange ones on this side. We'll, of course, space them out with our seed beads, and I think that would be super cute. Okay, I know what we're doing, friends. It's super easy, but that's okay, because not everything has to be complicated, right? We can do complicated stuff when we have more time to inventory what we have, to see what works with what. I don't like to rush designs all the time, guys. I like to sometimes, you know, make a really good design with some thought. So, but these are going to be fun and super easy, and I will be right back, loves. And we're back, friends, and I've not even cut the strand. We are designing on the fly for sure today. Oh, I don't even think I need my scissors. Well, it'll be more expedient. All right, let's cut this bad boy open. Oh, look how beautiful. So, this is what I was thinking. I know this is kind of like a goldish wash. Well, this one's a little bit more coppery. This one's a little bit more gold, but I'm not going to go by that, friends. I don't really care. We're doing ancient Egypt. We're mixing metals. We're doing fun stuff. We don't need that many spacers, but I like to pour a bunch out. So what I thought about doing was going with, this is my favorite color. Sorry about that, guys. This is my favorite color wire. And this is the Beadalon. Now, I wish they would make this on the Pimp Daddy spool. So if you guys know anybody that knows anybody in Beadalon, yeah, maybe drop some hints that if they put this on the Pimp Daddy spool, Kyle will buy it. But we have 20 and 22 gauge. I think we might be using both. Yeah, so let's see. So my idea was, so some mic hairs on here, but that's okay, friends, is to pick out some of these orangey ones. And let's see. So about how many, this is my plan. And I think we're going to make this into a dangle drop. And we could do, we could do like this. And then we could do this one like this. Let's find a nice thick meaty blue one. And then we could do like, or we can just do all orange on this side and then all blue on this side. So I think I really much prefer the little bit, it's still more orange on this side, but I kind of like, I think it tells a better story if we use both colors in both earrings. That's my thing. So I think that's what we're going to go with. And then of course we'll pop a bead in between each. So let's first make these into dangle drops. So I think we're going to use our 20 gauge wire, because I was thinking if we did a little spiral here, and guys, just full disclosure, oh, look at this guy. He's just chilling by himself. Full disclosure, I do not make perfect spirals. I make fun, freeform spirals, but it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be, I'm going to cut this piece of wire in half because we certainly don't need this much. So we'll keep that out for future use, for future playtimes. That's probably why I have a whole bag of full-size scraps, bead string and wire scraps, because I put stuff aside and then I forget about it. But that bag is legitimately been in that desk, in that drawer, in my rolly cart for years, and I just let it sit in there. Okay, so we have our piece of wire, and I'm just going to cut this in half. So let's bring our ruler out here. I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I think this should be enough. So we got about 8 inches. So that should be plenty, if not a little bit too much, but that's okay. So this is the 20 gauge wire. So we're going to make a simple loop at the top. But what I want to do is, wow, that wasn't cut even at all, Kyle. Look at that. But what I want to do is flush these two ends here. Okay. And I don't have, do I not have a scrap cup? I do not. It's okay. It's okay. We have scrap cups underneath the desk somewhere. I always freak out when I don't have a scrap cup. Okay. I'm very OCD that way. Like, I have to have somewhere to put my scraps. If not, then I'm off my game. I'm usually off my game anyway. Okay, so let's make us a little, hold on one second, friends. I'm going to get my other pliers. These. And these are my hoopty pliers, but they're my favorite. One of my favorite pliers, guys. Don't be discrediting the hoopty tools, okay? Because they're the MVPs. But these have a little bit smaller of a mandrel than my good pliers. So I want to start out with these because I want to make this a little bit of a small loop here. Or a small, whatever. Yeah, loop. That's it. So we're going to start turning this like we would be turning an eye pin. So see how little that is? Now you can make it smaller. You can cut this at, I don't know, but I like this is fine the way it is. And then we're going to grab our other pliers. Some people will use their nylon jaw pliers to do this, but it never works for me, right? So I'm going to grab these pliers and I'm just going to take this here and I'm going to turn this way, and I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to turn this hand up, and I'm going to turn this hand with the tool in. So we're kind of making this little, why is it not doing it? I'm doing it wrong. Let's just do it this way. There we go. So I'm just going to push it in instead. I'm just going to push it in. Like I said, guys, I don't make perfect spirals. So this seems to be working. Okay. So do you see what I'm doing? Kind of like, and by the way, my husband's home, so you might hear some noises out in the other rooms. Taking this and I'm pushing this in. Oh, sorry guys. And I'm turning this tool at the same time. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to keep everybody in line. And it's a little freeform right now. Like I said, I don't mind that. I'm sure if you guys like tune into Gem Hawks, she makes perfect spirals. I do not. And I'm also texturing the wire a little bit with my pliers, and I'm okay with that because I think that's going to look cool. So that's kind of about what we have. I'm going to go a little bit more. I just want a little bit more of a spiral. About there. Maybe one more. Let's do one more. It's kind of eggy, but that's okay. It's all about the tension. If you keep good tension on your wire, it'll be more round. And now I'm going to make a hoopty spiral on this side too, because I want them to match at least. Oh my goodness, Carl. Did you guys see that? Just flitted right out. Okay. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? It's getting windy. So guys, I just want to pre-warn you. Yesterday I had a bit of an anxiety meltdown because the acorning is happening. And I want to explain to you what the acorning is, because you guys will start hearing it in my videos. We live under a ton of trees, massive trees, and they're all full of acorns. And the acorns rain down, and there will be about a month, about a month to a month and a half where you will hear things hitting the roof. You might not know that's what it is, but that's what it is. The acorns are coming down. So yesterday it got a little windy and the acorns were coming down because they're starting to come down now because our squirrels are lazy and they would rather go to the bird feeders than eat their actual acorns. I'm already starting this one off wrong. Let's fix it. Let's rein this one in. This one's the wild child. Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. Mr. Colleen was leaving to go to the store, and he just wanted to ask me what I wanted for dinner. That is like the question here that is never gets answered, because I'm always like, I don't care. And I'm sure you guys probably have similar situations going on in your homes. I really don't care. I just feed me something. I'm starving. I've not eaten today. Oh my God, I suck at this, guys, but I'm still going to do it because it's going to look really cute. And when I make a decision to make something, I'm just going for it. But I'm not doing a great job. Here we go. I think it's because I don't have a lot of, my hands are very numb today, and I can't really feel myself holding onto the wire or the pliers. And that's just, if you have carpal tunnel, that's just what we go through, you know. You just kind of make the best of it. But anyway, we're having BLTs tonight. I know we have that a lot, but it's okay because it's hot. Nobody wants to cook here. I certainly don't want to cook. My husband just got done working. He doesn't want to cook, so. I mean, yeah, we have to cook bacon, but that's okay. They're just easier. They don't get your house all hot. You're just cooking bacon. We're not putting the oven on. They're satisfying, you know. I love a good BLT. All right, guys, so these look pretty good in size, so we're going to stop rolling, thank God. We don't need to be rolling anymore. Kyle is done rolling. But what we do need to do, and I have to get another pair of pliers, is we have to get our neck breaking pliers, which are these guys, which also moonlight as my tucking pliers. Again, just my hoopty pliers, guys, don't discount them. We're going to take this little guy here, and it doesn't matter if you want to hold him here, hold him there, it doesn't matter. What we need to do is break this neck so we can turn him into an eye pin, right? So I'm going to hold him to the side with the wire going out this way. I'm going to take my pliers as close as I can get in there. I'm going to hold this spiral so it doesn't go out of shape, and I'm just going to go up and make that into an eye pin, okay? And then we're going to do it to the other one. And like I said, the important part, guys, is making sure your wire is going to the side, so this way it will go up nice and it will center perfect. And to hold your spiral while you're doing this, because if not, it will distort a little bit, okay? And then straight up, okay? So there's our second eye pin. And if this one's a little not quite centered, you can just go ahead and, there we go. Now that's perfectly centered. All right, so we have these two eye pins. And the head pins. I know, guys, I'm sorry. I know I said head pins. That is super cute. I'm loving that. And I was just going to do a simple loop up here. But now I'm thinking, will that cause, this might spin. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. Let's just make our simple loop here. I think let's just do that. Okay, so I'm holding everything in place, and I'm going to make my loop going out this way, away from the spiral. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. So then we know our spiral will be front facing, and we're just going to bend down. And I'm just holding everything down here to make sure I do not lose that spiral, because it's just so wonderful and elegant. We don't want to lose it. Now we're just going to do a little simple cut back here. Look at that. I got so many dings in my cutters. Look at all those dings. Can you see them? Man, I'm really hard on cutters. That is the one thing that I will say about myself. Oliver. No, thank you. My goodness. We're not using those, right? Oliver, I'm going to get the air. You literally just got yelled. Now you know what he's doing, guys? He's rolling on my desk right now, trying to act like he's the cutest thing in the world. Where are my other pliers? Here they are. Now we're just going to go ahead and roll this loop. And I did not cut myself a lot of wire, which is fine. We can do a small loop here. Small, simple loop, like so. Oliver's about to get evicted in a second because he's just really making me mad now, because I think he's doing it on purpose. All right. I know he's a cat. He's probably not, but okay. So we have that. And we just want to make sure that this is going the way we want. So that's perfect. Now let's do the next one. Did I even check and make sure? I mean, I guess that's the right way. Just make sure you put them on the same way, friends. That's the important thing. I don't know what is up or down here, but as long as they're matching, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. And again, I'm going to hold everything here, making sure nothing is going to go out of place. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to bend, bend, bend. Okay. And then we're going to cut, cut, cut. Again, it's going to be a relatively small loop. You can get your pliers on there. Oh my goodness. Stop moving. Okay. And then we're just going to roll, roll, roll. Again, creating a simple loop here. Break that neck a little bit. And then make sure that's closed. Okay. And that's what we have. That's your simple loop up there. All right. So we have both of these components ready to go. And now we're going to bring our 22 gauge wire out. And we're going to cut a big piece of this. So I think I'm going to cut a bit because we're going to do some wraps at the top, I think. I haven't decided. Or should I just do the 20 gauge and do more simple loops? Do we want wrap loops or do we want simple loops? You know what? Maybe we want simple loops today, Carl. Maybe. Because I was thinking about making my own ear wire. Just nothing crazy, just a small ear wire because it'll be the same color as this. Because I do have copper ear wires, but just the color is just a little bit different, right? It's just a little bit of a different tone. I don't normally care, but I want these earrings to be really pretty, so I might make my own ear wires. All right, so let's bring our 20 gauge back out. And I did have another piece. Here we go. So let's take this piece and we will smooth it out, of course, and then we'll cut this in half, and then we'll use it for our top portion. Ooh, sorry guys. What's up? I hope you had your goggles on. That was up close and personal. I didn't mean it. All right. So we're just smoothing that out a little bit. And then we're going to get our ruler. And then we're just going to cut this about 7 inches. So let's cut it about right there. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm just like destructo today. I am just taking everything out. All right. So let's go ahead and flush this. And then we're going to make ourselves an eye pin. I'm going to bring out my step bell making plier here because I want the loops to be the same size. So I'm going to use this smaller mandrel. I'm just going to put that in between there and I'm just going to start rolling until it makes that P. Then we're going to get these pliers and we're going to go in there and break that neck. We'll make ourselves a little eye pin. Let me just center that a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll open this eye pin. Let me just tap it a little bit. Just Gem Hawks does that, and since I've seen her do that, I've started doing it. So that's why I do that. Because she says it work hardens it a little bit, and she's a master wire maker. So I will go with her. There we go. So we have this, and now we're going to load on one of these. Will this not fit on the 20 gauge wire? You guys. Oh, the 11 O's don't fit on the 20 gauge wire. But that's okay, because fortunately, I think I have them in 8s. Let me check. Okay, friends. Sorry about that. And so I brought these out. They're pretty much the same color. These are a little bit darker, but as you can see, this is all I have left from this tube. And these are an 8, and they're at Toho O. So these will, but this, guys, if you want to make this earring and use 22 gauge wire, these smaller seed beads fit that wire beautifully. But so we're just going to pretend that we're using our Sam seed beads here because it was my choice to go with 20 gauge. All right, so we're going to put on our first blue one, and I want to get ones with nice color. Seed bead. Then we're going to put on an orange one. That one's beautiful. Seed bead, and then another blue one. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. They look a little uneven. That's just because it's the nature of the cut of the bead. Let me see. Let me see if there's one that's not a little bit more even. That looks a little better. I don't want people thinking like I don't know what I'm doing. I want it to look even. That looks good. Okay, so that's our first earring. And I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm going to put it like that because I want to do this one and make sure that everything matches up nicely. So we're going to make our eye pin here. So using that same mandrel. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. There's your beautiful eye pin. And then we're going to open that up and put our drop on. I might not have opened that enough or like at all. That's okay. Just trying not to mess up my loop. That was a good loop. I'm trying not to mess that one up. She was pretty. Okay, so here we go. Seed bead. And now this one we're going to put on an orange one first. That one's gorgeous. They're all gorgeous, friends. Who am I kidding? Then we're going to find a nice blue one. Maybe a little bit darker. That one's good. Seed bead, and then another beautiful orange one. Love that. So now let's lay these together and see where we are with a length. So there's our tabs. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's good. I think that's perfect. And so, you know what? Now I kind of want to make a wrap loop because I have so much wire left. I should have used the 22 gauge, but we're just going to do a simple loop here, guys. We're just going to, because this is a long earring. So we're just going to do a simple loop, and that's okay. Because I'll have enough scrap wire here. Oh, wrong pliers. I will have enough scrap wire here to make something else. Okay. And this loop is going to go this way. So our earring wire will settle right in. Okay. So then we're going to bend, bend, bend. Oh, you know, I probably should have put a seed bead on top. That's okay. That's okay. We don't need to put the seed bead on top. It's fine. Okay. We'll do our little cut a root. Yeah, that's a good, I can do a lot with this spare piece of wire for sure. All right. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Boop. Boop. Make a little bit bigger loops here. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was a bad loop because I was changing sizes on the pliers. I was going up and down, guys, but it's okay. Oh, look at that. I might have to redo this one. Well, you know what? Maybe it'll be a good chance to use, well, no, I already did that. I kind of messed this loop up, guys. When I went to fix it, a little piece came off. I don't know if you saw that. So now I think I have to redo this one. It's okay. It's all right. We already know what beads we're using, so that should be really quick and simple. Quick and simple adjustment, and we'll just be a little bit more careful with this piece. Oh, look. I could use this piece probably. This piece will work. Let's just flush it. I hope it's big enough. We'll see together. If it does work, friends, then that's kind of a lesson in this earring saving itself. Using all of the materials that I cut. Okay. There we go, is our eye pin, which is just as pretty as the first one, so I'm okay with it. Oh no, there's still a little loop here. Let's just cut her. There we go. Let's attach this guy. Okay. And close it nicely. There we go. Let's try this again. Seed bead. Orange, seed bead, blue, seed bead, orange, and I'm going to put another seed bead on top just to see if I like that. Since I'm doing it over again, let's see if we like it. I don't really think it's necessary, but since we started with one, I'm going to leave it. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to make our, oh, that's right, we're making our loop. How are we making our loop, Paul? Because this is moving around. So let's make our loop the same way. Okay, that sounds good. All right. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Cut, cut, cut. Cut that a little bit smaller. That was a little too big. There we go. And then we're going to roll, and I'm going to try to stay one spot on the pliers, because I was moving up way too much on the plier, trying to figure out what size loop I wanted, and it was creating chaos. We want that size loop, Carl. That's the one we want. Okay. It's a little wonky, friends, because of that seed bead, which is what I was afraid of. So we just got to get it in there. There we go. Well, that is the smallest loop I've ever made. Why is your loop so small, Carl? Why is it going in different directions? Friends, these are just, I made that way too small, which means now we got to make the other one small too. Well, that's okay. But what I am doing here is I'm just putting my pliers and I'm just making sure these loops are going the same way. And that's fine. All right, let's do this one and hope we do better. And of course, let's grab this bead. So we want everything to matchy-matchy. All right, matchy-matchy. We are going to turn this loop now the same way. Oh yeah, because that's why I did this one going that way. So we could do these loops in the same direction and everything would do front forward, front facing. It's always important to have everything lined up. It's good to have that. Come on, man. I definitely have to get new cutters. That's too much wire. That's not going to make us a small enough loop. But let's go with it. I might have to redo the other one. So I want one to be perfect. Okay, boop. I'll go right there. Okay, that one worked out much nicer. So I probably will have to redo the other one, but I'm not going to redo it here. This loop is beautiful. Let's look at the difference, friends. Let's not just say we did. Let's look at the difference in those loops. We have normal beautiful loop, and then we have baby dinosaur egg loop. Okay. So here's our earrings, and they are absolutely stunning. I love how they came out, regardless of the loop shapes. They're so pretty. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now that I'm done admiring my handiwork, which is okay to do, friends, please, by all means, admire your handiwork because you make beautiful jewelry. And if anyone should be proud and if anyone should be a fan of your jewelry, first and foremost, it should be you. First and foremost. Because if you don't like it, then how are you going to convince other people to like it, right? You have to like it, I think. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes I make jewelry I don't love, but I think overall we kind of like to, even if we're not going to keep it, like I'm probably not going to keep these earrings. These earrings will probably go in my shop eventually when I get that together. Oh, guys, by the way, I just invested in my shop and bought a whole mess of little boxes and stuff. So I'm super excited, and I'm having stickers made up with my branding. So that's exciting. So hopefully this is exciting, putting seed beads in here and they're popping back out. But so hopefully we'll get I do have an Etsy. I've had an Etsy for years, but I don't do much with it. And I want to change that, guys. I want to start, being an adult with my Etsy shop. Okay. So we're putting the beads away. We're just going to put these up here. That's fine. I just didn't want the little ones out here because I'm accident prone. All right, so we're going to make an ear wire, and I did bring out our block and our little hammer that we're not going to make fun of because she's sensitive and little. It's okay, friends. It's okay. It's all right. And then we're also going to bring out our 20 gauge wire. Now, you can make ear wires with 22 gauge if the 20 gauge is too, if it bothers you, if it's too thick. I like to generally use 20 gauge. But I don't have really earring sensitivity, so, All right, so I'm just going to cut, and we're not going to need this much, but I'm going to cut 4 inches, and then I'm going to take that 4 inches into 2 inches, which, again, probably we don't need, but just in case I mess up, I want to, so I can, use my scrap to save myself again. Okay, so I'm just making this very straight, work hardening a little bit. We're going to work harden later, and then we're going to flush. I don't know why I flushed that. I still have to cut both pieces. That was a waste of a flush. All right. They don't have to be exactly even at this point because we are going to be cutting them down. But the important thing is that we're going to be making our loops and stuff with our step bail making pliers. So all of our loops will be the same size. And of course, we're going to measure everything. So, see, this is why I cut myself a little bit extra, because look, I messed up there and that wasn't exactly a great. So we're just going to go ahead and flush those out and make those the same size. Rather, and then we're gonna, that's good. Okay, looking good, friends, looking good. We're at the flush side. Okay, so now we're gonna turn our loop. Now you can turn one at a time, you can turn them both at the same time, completely up to you. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn them both at the same time, making sure that those pieces of wire are dead even in your tool. And then we're just gonna go ahead, this one's sticking out a little bit more. Okay. Then we're just going to go ahead and slowly turn us a loop. So we have this. And then we're just going to break it a little bit. You don't have to break it a whole lot, just a little. We're just going to break those loops a little bit. Okay. So now they're looking a little bit like that. All right. And now there are many ways you can do this. You can use dowels, you can use your artistic wire mandrel, you can use all kinds of things. I'm going to use my step bale making pliers. These tend to work out the best for me. And you, again, you can do them together, you can do them separate. I'm just trying to think, how big do I want my my hoop, my little hook to be? So I'm thinking we'll do this one. I think this one will be, that might be too big though. I don't want a huge ear wire, but I also don't want something that's going to be, I'm going to do one at a time just to see if I like it, because if I don't like it, then I can just cut another one. I have this other piece of wire. So let me see, which one did I say? I'm thinking I want to use this one, but I want to try this one, but I think this one might be too big. I think I might just go with this one. Okay, so we're going to put this into our mandrel. And our loop is going to, is backed up right against there. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Do I want to do that side? See, guys, now I'm questioning what size I want to do. You know what? I'm going to do this size. I'm going to do this size just to see. Okay. And I'm positioning my loop going out that way. Okay. And then my ear wire is going this way. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn that and see what we have. Okay, that's not terrible, I guess. That's not terrible. So just open that a little bit. Okay, then we're going to make the other one. So I use this one. Okay. Loop going that way. Okay, make sure that's, the loop is going front. This is the most important, is to make sure your loop and your everything is in line. There we go. And then again, turning this over like so. Oh, I did it in the wrong way. You're right, I did. It's okay, friends. We'll just scrap that one. I did turn that one. This one might be too small. Can we save it? Oh no. We might be able to save it. Let's see. Let's take this loop and see if we can save it. Because you see what I did, guys? I put it in the wrong direction, and you all probably saw when I did that. Let's see if we can just change our direction. Nope, I don't like how that looks. So I'm just going to try it again, and I'm actually going to cut another piece of wire because I think that piece is too small. And that's okay, guys, because we're using the same tool, so everything will be the same size, right? Turned it in the wrong direction. I do that sometimes, guys. I'm kind of bad with math and directions. I have a very busy mind, and so I sometimes don't, you know, even see that I put it in the wrong direction. Obviously, ma'am, no, we have company. Danny, come here. Come here, baby. What's wrong? Yeah, it's so scary world. I know. Yeah, okay. I know, it's very scary, but we have company. So that means we have to have our inside voices today. Right? Okay. I'm glad you understand. Did I use this side, guys? I think I did. I'm glad you understand that, my friend. I'm glad you understand we have to be inside today. Inside voices. All right. There we go. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, there they are. Okay, put my thing right on top. Now I have to really clear my brain and think about this since I messed up already. So if that goes, so we want that on the outside, which is what I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So that goes on the outside, and then our loop, right? Is that right? I think so. Let's just go for it. I think we did it right this time. Hopefully. I did, thank God. Okay, there we go. And I know you see how these are obviously different lengths. That's okay. Because what I will do is I will come right in here, and this is how I measure this part. If they're not the same, like had that other one worked out, they would have been the same exact length. But because they're not, I will take my cutters in here and I will like put it not up against the loop because we don't want to damage that loop, but where that loop ends is where we want our cutters to be. Okay. And then we're going to cut. And so that will give us the same cut on both sides. And I think this one is good. This one's a little bit longer. Made this one a little too short. Guys, I'm just floundering with these ear wires. I probably should have just went with the pre-made ones. Okay, but that's okay. So I'm just, since this is such a small little hook, I really made it too small, honestly. I'm just going to put an ever so gentle baby bend in here. And you want to make sure that that is completely flush. Well, we'll ground that out. That's fine. Okay, just the smallest ever little little hook there. Wow, that's really not good. Let's try that again. These are becoming way too little. Probably should have went with a little bit bigger mandrel. Could you imagine if I went with the smaller mandrel? These would be like earrings for strawberry shortcake or some such small person. There we go. I think they're okay. I think we're going to go with them. I think I've saved them pretty well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and now we're going to work harden. And this is really one of the most important things about making your own ear wires is the work hardening process. So guys, I don't know how to mute this, so I'm going to work harden. It's going to be a little loud. I'll give you a thumbs up if you're sensitive to sound, so this way you know you can come back. Okay, so I'm just going to put my finger here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just tap, 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 tap. I apologize for all of the echoey noises. I don't know if that flipped itself over or not, but you do want to chew both sides. So we're going to continue to tap this side a little bit. Okay, and now we do want to make sure we get this hoop. And I probably will not open this loop. I'll probably open the loop on the earring. And then I'm going to do the other side. We'll do the loop first. And then we'll go ahead and hold the loop, and then we'll do the rest of the earring. And like I said, this is one of the most important steps. There is a more important second step, well, just as important, is we have to file that little hook part down, okay? Because that can cause some infections and stuff because it's a little bit loose and there's some sharpness and looseness in there, and some of those metals could fragment into your earlobe, into your ear hole. And nobody needs an infected ear hole, my friends. I'm here to tell you. It's bad business. It's bad, and it's just bad. You don't want it, friends. I don't know if that flipped over or not. I can't tell. So we're just going to do it again. Because we want to make sure all of our sides get the work hardening. This is very important because this is, people when they grab earrings and stuff. Oh, that was my finger. They do tend to hold the ear wires and finagle them into their ears. So you want to make sure that that the ear wires are sturdy, right? That's the word we're looking for, sturdy. I think they're pretty. They're small and nice, but I think with this project, because we don't have a lot of frilly loops, we do have a freeform spiral, but I think that'd be perfect. All right, guys, I did forget my little tool, so I will be right back. Okay, and we're back, and we're magical as ever, my friends, magical as ever. So I have this guy. Now, this is a battery-operated reamer tool, but you can also buy a burr cup for it. So you can take it in and out. You can put, I used the actual reamer for this the other day, but This is usually optional. You have to buy the burr tip separately, usually. I also have this guy, which is a manual burr tip, which I also use. But guys, if you don't have these tools, you can also use any kind of file. I will say that a glass file is probably better because, or like some kind of nice thick file, because if you use like a flimsy file, it's gonna scratch right through. So use a decent file. So basically what we want to do is we want to get in here. Now, I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit sharp looking, a little bit rough. You know, you don't want that. We want to smooth that out. So we're going to take this cup, and it has like a little sandpaper thing in there. I don't know. And you could also use a Dremel too if you have a Dremel. I've used the Dremel with the sanding portion before I got this tool, and that works out really well too. Just use it on a low setting. Okay. And we're just going to stick that, and it fits perfectly. This little burr cup fits perfectly over your wire, and we're just going to kind of round it out. And the wire will get a little warm, guys. Don't let that alarm you. That's normal. And basically, like I said, we're rounding it out. I like to check every so often to see what we need. And it's a little sharp up here, so we'll do a little extra filing up at this end. Okay, and that is feeling better. Just a little bit right here. I am a little particular, guys, because if these are going to go into my shop, you know, oh, I forgot to thumbs up, guys. I'm so sorry. We're done. We're done hammering. I apologize. Wow, I always forget to do the thumbs up. But I'm going to sell, if I sell these into my shop, I want to make sure that they're perfect. Like, they're not going to hurt anybody. Because that is not the goal in life, right? Okay, I'm really liking that. So I don't know if you can see, because the lights aren't great. Maybe if I bring you down a little bit under the light. Let me move my lights out and bring you down under the light. Maybe you can see. See how that's just a little bit smoother, right? That's good. That's what we want. So let's compare. So this is our finished one, and this is our unfinished one. And see how like this one's like jaggedy a little bit, and this one is nice and rounded and looking good. Okay, that's the differences there. Hopefully you can see. I have my super focus in today and not the really bright camera setting, so you guys will have to let me know which one you prefer. Yesterday I had on the one setting, and then this is the other setting, and I think the setting is a little bit better to show more detail. But the other setting, the colors look better. They look brighter. This setting is a little not quite, the colors aren't quite as bright. I mean, they're like, you know, true life colors and all, but I just feel like it's not as shiny and pretty and happy. Okay. It's going to do, sometimes you just got to go over it a couple times. And if you use this guy, it kind of works the same. You would put the burr over and just kind of, you can twist it, round it, do whatever, however you feel. Same thing with the file. You're just going to want to do that same kind of rounding motion. And that is coming along. We're almost done. We just got to get this one little part here. Like I said, guys, I'm very particular. I really don't like to take shortcuts when it comes to stuff like this. This is just too important to take a shortcut with, in my opinion. Right? Because this could be somebody's health we're talking about. I want to start, I have to go and look and to see what these metals are made of, these German style wires, and to see if they're hypoallergenic, because I honestly don't know. And we have beautiful friends out there with some metal allergies, and our beautiful friend Jenny has really brought this metal allergy to a forum, and it's amazing because it's helping so many people out there that have not been able to, like, because I know a lot of people have metal allergies, and it's something that was never really discussed as much as it is now, and I think that's really good to have that awareness So Jenny, if you're watching, my beautiful friend, keep doing you, girl, because you are doing amazing things. All right, so here we have it. Oh, and they match so good. I'm so proud of myself. All right. So let's, without further ado, friends, let's attach our beautiful, perfect ear wires that I was not sure we were going to come out. Never give up, friends. Never, ever give up. Oh, that's right. We're not opening that part. So let's go ahead and open these ear wires. These loops, rather. My fault. What side are you? What side are you looping from, bro? Okay. Here we go. Open that guy up, and we're just going to attach our gorgeous ear wires. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. That's perfect. I love, okay. Let's do the other one. And then we will give it, oh my God, I opened the ear wire. Well, since I'm already there, it's force of habit, friends. Force of habit. I'm an ear wire opener. Well, I already opened it, so it's okay. It is a little bit stiff because we did work hard, but I would suggest not to open them. If you can open the other loop on your earring, do that. Okay, that was purely an accident, hey. They're so pretty. Look at those. Let me put them on a tray or something, friends, so you can really see what they look like. Let me lift you back up, too, because, well, I guess we're good. I just don't want to knock my lights over. I did that earlier when I was looking for my supplies to make the earrings. I accidentally knocked one of my lights over. Made such a mess. I don't want to do that again. All right, friends. Look at those. Look at those. They're so pretty. I love how these came out. They're very, like, I don't want to say tribal, but they are very Aztec-y looking. Of course, this, you know, these tablets have a lot to do with that. But also, I really like kind of the spacing there. And I think they're beautiful. All right, my friends, those are your earrings. And that is your Sam's Bead Box for August. I am absolutely positively just over the moon with this box. And these actually match really good, so I might not mess with that other loop. I think we'll just leave well enough alone. Friends, it's okay that your loops are not perfect. I'm here to tell you. You will get through it. All right, my loves, let me raise you back up a little bit. Maybe. I don't know, Carl. Just, what are you doing? You're almost through it, Carl. Stop messing with it. Okay, I'm going to stop messing. All right, my loves. Until we meet again, I will not be around tomorrow, guys. We're gonna be out in the country, visiting Gatlinburg and all of my favorite places. But please join Danielle tomorrow on Bead Saturday. She will have the amazing Leslie Pope on, guys. They're gonna have so much fun tomorrow. I'm really sad that I'm gonna miss it, but I'll be there for the replay, and it'll be beautiful. So, but guys, do that over on Danielle's channel. I will, of course, link her channel in the box in case you are new and you have not met Danielle yet. She is just the most amazing, like bead wizard, all the things, guys. Go ahead and check Danielle out. You will not be sorry. Okay, my loves, I've kept you long enough. Until then, keep on planting your magical beans and keep glowing and growing and being kind to yourselves. And have a great weekend. And please, 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 my friends, do something really nice for yourself this weekend. I'm almost ordering it. I'm almost ordering Dr. Call's orders, friends. Dr. Call's orders. Do something magical and nice for yourself today, okay? Because you deserve it. Or this weekend, whenever. All right, loves. Have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye.